Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Lighting Your Sunshine, where we like to shine a light within and empower ourselves. So today, as I went to go see what cards to use, the dark crystal was like jumping off the shelf. So that one really wants to come through. We've got some Moonology and the Golden Future. And then as I was putting away some other ones, they told me that we'll use one card of the Night Guardians just to kind of understand the shadow aspect of it. And so let's shake it up and see what comes through. All right, Spirit, tell me a story. Okay, I'm hearing 5 of these. 5 of them. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so what did we get? It's making room. We need room. So the first one we got was Ace of Stones, Nine of Crystals, Gems, 9 of Gems, which I believe is Pentacles in reverse, the Page of Vials in reverse, the High Priestess in reverse, and then we got the 10 of Shards, and shards would be swords. So, I don't know, I'm picking up on an energy, not the most pleasant energy, especially with the High Priestess in reverse, with the 9 of Gems in reverse. I'm getting a forceful energy, because here at the beginning we have Ace of Stones, and that would be a brand new, something, it has potential to be anything, but I feel like it's getting misused or mistreated for financial gain, right? 9 of Gems usually is like, you've done all that you have, you got a very much fulfilling thing around you, there's just like one thing missing that is like already on the way. It's like you just need to sit back and enjoy the comforts of what you have. But that's in reverse. And this is that one thing. And so here with the Page of Vials, we have Lore. That's Lore there. And he's in reverse. So something to do, you know what I'm picking up, especially with Lore? I'm seeing Lore as like stories and things that we hand down, especially with the High Priestess in reverse, with the 10 of Swords. It's like I'm hearing someone create a false negative story to try and get something to look better in their favor. It could be like gossip. Like it's not quite gossip. It's worse than gossip, I get. But gossip is kind of like a part of it. I'm picking up, what am I picking up? I'm picking up that there's this great new investment or opportunity or something. Not an investment, but I don't know. Let's pull more cards, because I don't really know what the situation of it is and quite the specifics. But I'm getting that people are trying to control and manipulate it for financial reasons to better themselves. And with the High Priestess in reverse, it's like High Priestess tapped in intuitively, like sees it all, feels it all, the past, the present, the future. And so I'm seeing someone kind of be in reverse of that, would be like someone trying to control the outcome of the future by doing something shady I'm hearing. And so just give me 1 second, I'm going to close that curtain. Okay. Yeah, okay, so normally, like, I love the sun. I love basking in the sun and just soaking up the sun. But what I was feeling, and I kind of felt like that was the reading too, is like this, something was being shone, because it was really distracting me. And I felt like, and I've done readings at this time, and usually it hits the disco ball and makes it so great in here. But in this time, I felt like something was trying to blind me, or, you know, almost like add more light to something so that you can't see all the other aspects, the hidden, more shadow parts. So now that we're in a little bit of darker, I feel when the light was kind of coming in, I almost felt like too much energy, kind of like, you know, bombard them with so much energy, and then they can't know where to think or how to act. But once everything was kind of settled, I feel calm and I feel clear. I feel like the high priestess in the upright. And so that's what I kind of see, is like something to do with third eye as well, they're saying. Something to do with messing up your third eye so that you can't think and make a decision. Because they don't want you to make the proper decision, because it benefits them if you stay either asleep, which is what happens to Olga. Oh my gosh, all of a sudden I'm blanking on her name. Olga? Not Olga. When she starts to look at the cosmos and it's like all this information, and then she kind of goes into her trance. And by her doing that, it like left the rest of Thra open to the Skeksis so that they could manipulate and tinker around with and make things to their benefit. And there's a Ten of Swords moment here. So something to do with stories and lore and kind of gossip, but not quite gossip. Do I got all of these? How many is there? 3. Okay. Well, we got the Hierophant in reverse, which goes with the High Priestess in reverse. It's like taking those of reputable integrity and kind of discrediting them so that you don't trust the wise knowledge and insights from those. And then here we got these two readings were from these 2 cards were from the last reading we just did. So that's why I'm like, do we take these? But they're saying yes. So the last reading we did was all about gremlins outside of yourself who are, and how to like not let them affect your energy. So we've got the 4 of Cups in reverse. So the Hierophant and the 4 of Cups was in the previous reading. And then I believe this is the one that really wanted to come out, but it kind of drug the past energy with it. And it was the 8 of Wands. And that's that high, quick energy, right? 8 of Wands is very quick movement. Here we see, I almost see this as a snake in like Kundalini. It's like so much energy in your body that you know, if you're not grounded and you're not connected, that could be like an intense awakening. And sometimes when you have these intense awakenings, it's very uncomfortable and chaotic. And so something to do with the third eye, they said later. So I feel like something to do with your psychic abilities awakening, and making you feel not good about the journey. And so it's almost like, especially with this High Priestess and the Hierophant, I'm seeing it as it said, leaders or something like that before, and not trusting them with these pentacles. Okay, let's pull out some more first, and then we can kind of get maybe a bit more, because the shadow aspect of all this is trying to bombard with tons of energy and make things, force things to happen way too quick before you're ready for it. And it's like, it's almost like you need to make a decision now. If you don't make a decision, this will be gone and you'll regret it for life. And then that person will be like, and then like make that decision. And then in the end, it be like the worst choice they could have made. They're like, man, I wish I would have sat on this. I wish I would have thought about this. I wish I had more insight and help on this. And so I'm hearing that time, if you're in a buzzy state right now, don't make any rash decisions. Especially about yourself and the counsel coming in. Either I'm hearing, don't listen to someone who's trying to force you to be quicker than you want things to be. And I'm also seeing someone give good counsel and they're like, don't listen to them. So here we got the void of course moon. And it says, nothing will come of this situation. So that's what the moonology kind of energy came. It's like, don't do anything. If you are being distracted, if you're not feeling well, like I said, the best I can explain this energy is buzziness. It's almost like they're showing me voltage, like too much voltage for your body to handle. And it's just like, ooh, in that. And then they're like, I'm seeing like a wind up car, winding it up, and then being like, you need to make a decision now, or this rubber band's gonna snap. And then all of a sudden you're like, zoom, and you end up in a place you don't want to be. So they're saying there's a need to, what about this energy? Like, it was something so simple that I just closed the curtains. And that's what they're saying, is like, there's something so simple with your mind, because it's what you're seeing that's kind of bombarding you outside yourself. You're being bombarded by outside energy, outside sources. And so it's saying for you to just go into the void, go into the dark. And what does that mean? That's something like meditation, or just go take a nap, or what else? I'm hearing take a nap, meditation, or turn off your phone, they said. Because I think I'm almost seeing either lots of phone calls or lots of emails or something like that. And it's like ding, 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 ding. And that's kind of being distracting, because then it's hard to keep up. So we've got new moon in Taurus, and it says prosperity lies ahead. And it says third quarter moon, adjustments are required. So there is this opportunity, I think for you, that is going to be great when it comes to financial matters. But if you jump the gun right now, right, we have this brand new thing coming. And you know what I'm not feeling confident on? Is what suit this is. So swords, gems, cups. I guess that's rods. So a brand new passionate idea, a brand new endeavor, something that is going to manifest physically outside of yourself. It's like a wish or passion, something that's gonna, one of your passions that's gonna like bring spark and oomph and joy back to your life. And I'm seeing someone try to stop that before it happens, because once you have that connection to it, it's going to fuel you and fulfill you for this prosperity that lies ahead. So I am seeing things outside of yourself, and it's saying don't listen to foolish counsel. So what I want more clarification on is this High Priestess and the Hierophant in reverse. Are they a couple? Are they... I feel like it's just someone who says that they know better than you. But the thing is they see you in this great opportunity, and there's a bit of jealousy. And so I guess there's like anger within me, like who the fuck are these people? Like, why would they want to stop that for you? Like that's making me mad. And I always get mad when people are rude to my friends. So what do we got here? The Queen of Stones with the Page of Stones in reverse. And so Queen of Wands in reverse. There is a bit of jealousy and this page. What I'm hearing actually, why this Priestess is in reverse and the Hierophant is I'm hearing that there is an age difference. The Hierophant should have been like wise counsel, and I think that they had hopes and dreams for themselves to be at a certain part in their life or certain stage, and they kind of got to this part where they are kind of sitting on their throne, and people are like, you know, they've had experiences in life, and so you go to them to listen to them, and they love that. They love that people rely on them. But now there's this page coming in, page of stones, and I'm hearing that just like someone younger has already embodied the knowledge of lifetimes because they've gone through it so many things. And I hear they had a possibly, okay, they're saying a tough childhood upbringing, but on the outside you wouldn't have known it because they kept it so calm and cool on surface, but within they learned to really go through really deep depths. And so because they've gone through these deep depths, they have the knowledge and they're like sage of this Queen of Wands. And so I am picking up that the opportunities are happening to this younger one way sooner than the older Queen of Wands. And she's a little bit pissed that this younger person is going to bypass her, and she thinks that there's not enough room for both of them, which is stupid. It's stupid thinking because we're in a universe where everyone can thrive. And the only way that it would be a disadvantage to that Queen of Wands is by her putting out the crappy energy, right? Because that's an awful thought to have. I need to manipulate and stop this Page of Stones coming because I don't want them to get to the Queen of Stones spot. And so by misguiding them and telling rumors like, oh, they're whatever, they don't know what they're talking about, don't trust them, they'll lead you astray, that's them putting out crappy energy. And so karmically, that's what they're going to get back. So when karma comes, they're just going to reap what they sowed. And then the other one who just kind of deals with all this being thrown at them, now we're going into the last reading where it was talking about gremlins outside of yourself, and it said don't pay any mind, you're not going to retaliate fire with fire, but you are going to tell your guides that I'm getting all this bombardment of crappy energy, and I have other things to focus on, like this stone opportunity that's coming, and I need to focus on that rather than keep transmuting all this garbage that's thrown at me from all these gremlins. And it talked about letting spirit, tagging in spirit, and letting them go deal with it so that you can continue to focus on what's important to you. And so these two cards with the Hierophant, it was in the upright in the other one. This one's in reverse. And the Four of Cups is all about like apathy, like being like, I want that one. Why can't I have that when there's so much to be grateful for? This is in reverse. It was all about like a hanged man needing to see things differently. But in this reading, it's like you see already differently, right? Because you learned to not engage in that energy that's being bombarded to you. And you know that prosperity lies if you keep focusing on yourself and your dreams and your goal. And so here was the other three, they were lacking on appreciating what they already had. In this one, it's like you appreciate what you have, and because you do that, they water you, they fulfill you, and they bring you closer to that dream. And so in that one, Spirit wanted to make the effort, not you make the effort of clearing up the crudgy energy. So in this one, with the Queen of Wands or Queen of Stones, being like, that's not fair. They should not be, I've been in my field 20 to 40 years longer than them, so I know more. And in this case, it's not true, because if they stopped focusing on the outside, like they're paused and they're stalled. They're stuck in limbo. And in the last reading was talking about spiritual jail. That Spirit was going to go put them in spiritual jail for defying karmic laws. Like there's some universal laws that you do have to abide by. And that's why I say just stay in your own lane, focus on your own things, and let Spirit deal with the heavy things. And there will be this movement time to go forward. But right now with this Eight of Wands, now's not a time to be pressured into doing something that you're not ready to. And I'm seeing that Queen of Wands trying to force this narrative, this lore, this story, and it's not going to help. It's not. It's only going to, the more and more they try to force things, right? Because what I'm getting with this page of I'm getting confused because it's called stones, but I want to call it wands. So from going forward, I'm just going to call it wands. Someone's really trying to force this story of, oh, you can't trust them. Oh, they don't know what they want, that, like all these things. And the more and more that they keep trying to force this story, like it says right now, let things be void and just let things be. The more and more they do that, the more and more it's going to blow up in their face kind of thing. The more and more they're going to give attention to this younger one, and this younger one's going to bypass them. And it's funny because at the moment it was like equal. It's like, you can't be equal to me, but by them trying to shove them down, it's going to bypass them. And they're not going to like this gap. And people are going to look at them and be like, but you keep saying that they're incompetent, but I see them actually being more emotionally and mentally together, and what they're saying, the facts that they're spitting out are really good. And karma, you'll notice, like karma, like if you say that they're doing all these bad things, why are they not stressed like you are? Something to think about. So, damn, that's good. What did I just pull out? The future, the golden future. I just wanted to see what's the forward momentum of this. And are all cards like that? Yes and no. No, they're not. So, main thing that pops out is there's so much energy in the top part. There's so much rainbow energy. And so, as I said, there was like third eye. And so this is something that kind of, it's been hard for me to understand, and it's one of my favorite questions. I just assumed that every single person dreams in color. And I didn't even know that, you know, some people don't dream, and that some people only dream in black and white. And I've always wanted to meet someone who just dreams in black and white. Right? Because I've always, especially when it comes to visions and psychic abilities, I had a near-death experience when I was really young. And so I've always just kind of had that ripped open for me. And so I guess my problem is just assuming that everyone is the same. And I do believe that everyone has psychic abilities and the third eye, but others just haven't had to go through the healing journey as I have, and they can train themselves to get that way, right? As it said earlier in this card, it's like someone had a tough childhood and you wouldn't have even known on surface level, but deep within, right? Like, who knows, you could have had that moment where you should have died, but instead, right? And then there's that moment where there's like spirit, the veil, and life, and having to navigate that. I feel like that's kind of what that was like talking about, is like someone had to deal with that at a very young age. And from doing that, it really made them step into their role. So for myself, I went out in -30 weather when I was 3. I got lost and I should have died and I should not have my hands. But I had to heal myself at a very young age. I had to step into that role of being a healer. And so now, yeah, I don't know, just ever since then, it's like intuitively you've been guided on this lesson or something. So some people, they don't step into like energy healing until later in life, right? But some people just always have been those healers. And so that's kind of what I'm seeing in this, is like, this could be like someone who's like, I'm a master Reiki healer and I've been doing it for 40 years. And then this person being like, I don't have any certifications, but I just do what I do. And this person being like, you can't trust them, they don't know what they're talking about. But this person's just been a natural healer their whole life. and didn't need the courses kind of thing. Like that's almost what I'm picking up in this High Priestess in reverse Hierophant. Especially Hierophants is all about like school and things like that. And like, well, where's your certifications and things like that? And I don't know. That story makes me sad. I don't like this story. But that's what's coming out. And so there's this new opportunity, this new something coming. And so someone trying to force things quickly. And it's saying by you not engaging, you've filled up and you've appreciated slower things. By you slowing down, there's adjustments that need to be required. And you will find something that brings you very much a prosperous endeavor, because it's something that connects to your heart and fuels you with passion to move forward. And like that could be anything. It's not like there's just one thing that you're meant to do. It's like whatever you do, when you do it and you're so excited by it, when your mind and heart is connected in it, you can make anything be abundant. And I believe that with my full heart. There's not just like one field or one thing that you're meant for. It's whatever you're doing, it's how you do it. And so, yeah, keep learning, keep growing. And that's what I'm seeing with this, is like so much learning, so much growing, all these different colors. It's like a smorgasbord of rainbow energy awesomeness. And when I look at him here, it's all about third eye. When I look at this little robot, he's got a little third eye. Here, we're talking about bringing things down. And then in this one, her eyes are closed and she's meditating. So there's something to do with like remembering that blackout moment, not taking on the gremlins. The gremlins can fuck off. Oh, funny. Whenever okay, no, let that go. I was like that fuck off moment. It reminds me of someone of my past. And that's the number one thing I learned from them. I'm so grateful for them, because that was their attitude towards everything, almost to an extreme. And I was always like, it's kind of rude, but now I get it. It's just like, no time for that. And so that's the best lesson I ever could have learned from them. And I felt their intensity kind of come through. Anyway, so let's actually read what these cards are. So we've got creativity. Express your soul energy. And so that's what I'm seeing. It's like whatever this is, it's like it's brought in through you, right? Because the next one is manifestation and mind control. Focus your thoughts. So whatever it is, it's saying like blackout things. There's a need to stop things so that you could take the energy that you're meant to bring in. There's all this colorful kaleidoscope. And that's what's so sad about this one. That's like both of them can't be successful. Well, that's shitty thinking, because the universe is infinite and abundant, and there's enough energy and resources and time and everything for everyone. It's not like one has to be better than the other. And in the energetic frequency, it's like they're equal. But the more and more that this Queen of Wands is like, well, I'm better than them, it's gonna like bring themselves down a peg or two, I'm hearing. And so it's saying express your soul's energy. It's like whatever this is, it's like only it's for you. So someone, the only way that they could take this opportunity away from you is if they let you mess it up. That's why I'm getting that quick energy. It's like, oh no, you got to make the decision now, and like try to like the old magician, where it's like, look over here, but really the main thing's over here. It's like that. What is that? Whatever. But I just explained it, but I don't know the words I'm trying to use. I'm hearing like flash and awe, or direct and maneuver, or something like that. Redirect, and I'm hearing chap for some reason. And then I'm hearing someone be like, chapped as in like mad. It's like, damn it, why did I listen to them? And so it's like this, they can't steal this energy for themselves. It's not meant for them. It's not their soul energy. It's not their anything. They don't even have access to this. This is your energy and abundance. They've got their own to tap into. And so don't be worried that someone is going to steal your abundance from you. The only way that they could steal your abundance is if they can get into your mind and redirect you to not think you're worthy enough of going forward with it, listening to the gossip and the things outside you. I'm hearing they're all gonna laugh at you, and what is that, Dane Cook? And then for you to be like, okay, well maybe I won't even try. The only way that you can have your abundance taken from you is if you don't even try. So that's the biggest lie, because it's only meant for you. So it's saying express your soul's energy. And that's why there's such a need to have this meditation and understanding who you are and letting things flow through you. Because in the past reading, there was all these gremlins coming, and then you'd be like, because it was such a shadow trigger of the past reading, that you worked through a shadow, right? As you were young, you went through this really tumultuous, hard thing, this shadow work, and you've gone through the other side. The people outside you, they haven't gone through that yet. And so they throw it at you, and you think, oh man, am I slipping? And you think that's you regressing, but you're progressing. And so it's, rather than keep transmuting it and transmuting it and transmuting it and being like, did I learn my lesson? Oh, I did. Did I learn? It's just like, don't even deal with it. What energy is your energy? Because it's almost the same signature, but yours is specifically to you. So there is a need to constantly do that body scan, clean your aura, figure all that kind of stuff out. Because when they throw it, you're gonna be like, ugh, that feels like, it makes me want to puke. That's what I heard. It feels like puking, and they don't feel good. And that's because they're coming from a denser energy, and that's what they feel like, and it'll be thrown at you, and you have to clear it away. So when you know what you are, and you're like, I'm not even going to deal with this, you give it to source deals with it, they protect you, they put out karmic justice, put them in their spiritual jail, all that stuff that the last reading talked about. Now you're tapped into source, and because this energy is your energy, there's no need to rush, because time doesn't exist in this. Your abundance can't be taken from you, because you just, honestly, if you just sit there in that energy and revel in it, it's that beautiful energy that is you, and be happy with that and content, right? It's going to water you and bring you this new idea, this new So the more and more you sit and do nothing and just be, is the game here. Because it's all about this mind control. It's like calming your mind just to be. It's like, I don't need to go do anything. I don't need to force anything. When I just revel in the beauty of my energy and my heart, the universe brings it to me. So if you really want to force things to happen fast, it's saying do nothing. And there it is. Adjustments are required. And those adjustments had to do with the mind and thinking that someone could take your abundance and that you're not worthy. The only way that you could have your abundance taken away is if you self-sabotage. It doesn't matter what the outside people say. Because in that reading as well, was like whoever, if they say this story or this lore, they call them Tweedledee and Tweedledum. It's like, those aren't your people. But on this, I'm hearing the word peons. And when I was younger, I always thought it meant something else. Okay, why am I even sharing this? Whatever. I thought peon meant, this is what I imagine. Not that it was just like the peasant or the working class or whatever. I thought it meant like rich people up in their tower peeing on people. Oh my God. So it makes me laugh every time I hear that, because either situation I don't want. Nobody is above you. Remember, it was equal. And then someone was like, how dare you think you're equal to me? I'm like 20 years your senior and I've been in the field. And if they've been in the field doing the work, I don't think they've been doing the inner work. They've been more manipulative and forceful. So the next card we got was Psychic Gifts. Learn to trust your intuition. And from there, we got Robots. And it says, set yourself free with wisdom. Okay, so with psychic gifts and tapping into your intuition, I got this one kind of came out as like AI and relying on other things. And I love ChatGPT just to check my grammar because I'm poor when it comes to grammar. Maybe I should change my vocabulary not to quite hold that poor energy. But I'm not the best at grammar because half the times I get chunks in colors, feelings, and emotions. And then I have to take that and find words for it. And so it comes out weird. Half the time I can't even say what I really want to say. Hand gestures kind of do it. And this means more than the words sometimes. But I'm seeing someone rely on everything outside of themselves to make it appear picture perfect. And Spirit saying it's more important for you to trust your intuition, to find that intuition and that psychic gift, especially the third eye, as it said at the beginning. It's more important for your vision for yourself and not what someone else, a seed of doubt I'm hearing. They just, the tiniest little seed of like, oh, are you sure? Are you sure? But, you know, that energy could derail your whole plan for this new inspiration. It could make you feel like you need to go to the experts. But if you're being guided to go there, it doesn't matter if you're messy or not picture perfect. It says set yourself free with wisdom. So what is wisdom? I think wisdom is by you going out, following that passion, following that energy, and failing. And by you failing, going within, figuring out about yourself, what you learned about it, and then figuring out how to rebalance it, because there is truth in that. There was truth in that inspired action. Unless you went and maybe you went out and you did rely on that person. Now you learn, oh, I don't need to have that because here was where my intuition pinpointed me. Now I'm going to backtrack and go this way. And so now it's like that trial and error by you actually going out and applying things. Whereas someone could type in, how do I be the best at this? And then you get this ChatGPT script or AI or whatever it is. And it's like this. But they haven't actually gone out. They actually haven't practiced it. It's just on paper and outside it looks great. And so it's saying learn to trust your intuition because your mind is powerful. And they really want you to bring in this kaleidoscope of unlimited energy. There's a rainbow kaleidoscope of energy that is just for you. And as we said earlier, everyone has their own source like that. And so we really want you to bring it in, right? It starts out through the crown, starts out above here, and then brings it down. And so by you bringing it down and anchoring it into the earth, it clears out everything. And so here we have the aura field. Whereas before, every time someone thought something, it's all stuck in here. And so if it's all cloggy and gross in here, you're not really thinking clear. You're not hearing clear. So there's a need to, white light is the best for clearing because white light is every color, right? That's why I love the sun. Lighting your sunshine. But now there's something to do. I was getting too much light. And by closing it off, by not going into the void. So when I did that, they showed me the moon. And then it was just like, how can I explain it? Was there an image that brought me to that? No, I saw it in my mind's eye. Where's the moon cards? Where'd the moon go? Oh, yes, here it is. It's almost like, you know, this part. I was like, normally when you see the moon, right, it goes into different phases this way, like a cross. For some reason, I was seeing it lighten that way. So it's like putting the veil down. It's something to do with this. And then that's giving me the Mercury symbol. I'm seeing like that. Could be the bull with the horns or Taurus. But I'm seeing Mercury now. That's what they were trying to show me. So what about Mercury? Well, Mercury is all about quick, right? It's the closest to the sun, and it goes way faster than anything else. It's all about communication and quickness. So there will be a time to move, but let's pull some cards on this. What are you wanting to know about Mercury? Not the shadow. Let's go to the tarot. Oh, there's my moon cards. One of these, we got the King of Stones in the upright, whereas this was the Queen of Stones in reverse. And so this Queen of Stones was jealous of this page who just had raw potential. And they're like, you can't be better than me, blah, blah, blah. We're not the same playing field. But by doing it, they're like controlling and suppressing and all those things. And as it said, this one's going to grow. This one's going to step into king mode. And the queen and king usually are equal matches, but this one's going to descend. So it's like, you're not going to level. Hey, let me pull more. What are you showing me? Quick movement. And something to do with the throat and talking. Okay, so these ones said, this Queen of Stones has been throwing stones at someone's energetic field. And, right, here's the energetic fields. And they keep throwing, hey, look, there's stones. But rather than taking these stones, for a while now, they were taking these stones, transmuting them, and then building their castle higher and higher and higher. And so that's what it said, was like, they're not going to be on equal fields. They're going to elevate past them into the king mode, where it would have been two queens in the high priestess energy. Now one's going to become the king. And this king's in the upright. This is like one who, especially has pentacles. Pentacles is stable and reliable, and like nothing can crush that foundation. Because for the longest time, you actually transmuted other people's energy. And so now it's like they try to throw things at you. You already know their energy. You're just like, okay. And like, so that's why now you're at a phase where it's like, okay, Spirit, you go deal with it, because I already know this signature. I know how to deal with it. Do I have to deal with it? No. I got to learn from it, and now it's elevated a difference. But what came with it, and I just keep hearing like this person putting doubt in this Page of Stones, and it's saying, believe in the impossible, because this new exciting passionate endeavor is meant for you and only you. And the only way that you can mess up on it is by self-sabotaging. So they really want you to believe that you can do super amazing, extraordinary things. And then we got a personal issue reaches conclusion. A personal issue reaches resolution. And then it said, expect powerful change. So with Mercury, I see Mercury as throat chakra, communication, blue, speaking things. I still don't quite understand with the Mercury though. There's just one thing I'm not getting about it. Oh, I'm seeing them be Mercury. You're not Mercury. You don't need to use your voice or anything. You just pull it in. And if you feel called to share something, share something. But I see this person being like, they don't know what they're doing. That's their energy. They're just like little gnats. They're annoying as shit. And they're just like going and going and going. And they're going to burn themselves out. And it's going to reach a personal issue reaches resolution. Just let them continue they can't maintain that energy. because they're not actually sitting there and tapping into this source energy, that kaleidoscope of everything. So it's like within you, you know, your root, your sacral, your solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, a lot of third eye in this, and crown. It's saying like you, if one's unbalanced, you have this source to bring within you, especially the white light. You bring that in, it turns into any color you want. It could be golden, it could be silver, it could be multi-fun rainbow, whatever you want it to be. Kubidu, we're so close to being done, but do you want to come on camera? You can help me finish. You can help, you can say hi, right? You just barged in here, and now you just want us to end things, be like, this is over. But we're not ready quite yet. We just gotta stay in the void a little longer, because we're so close to wrapping this up. I feel like there's just, your nails are missing one thing. Ooh, I wish I didn't wear shorts. Okay, you go over there. You are hurting me. One thing I'm not getting about this, it has to do with the robots. They said, as we brought to the robot, it kind of brought it to the food and light source, things like that. We talked about the wisdom and how wisdom is brought in from trial and error and all your mistakes. And it's only a mistake if you don't get back up and try again. But the one thing that this person, like when you try to be perfect outside of yourself and things like that, it's always a false illusion. But the one thing that you can't fake, and everybody will know it, is your empathy and your heart. So it's saying like, feel your heart with the positive energy. All right, when we pull in this energy, it talked, you have all these things to work out of your field. So if you keep having these people crudgy energy, it's so important to keep releasing that, and you have to fuel your body to keep sustaining the energy within yourself. The body scans are important, and keep clearing and keep meditating. Don't let stress and fear dictate your thoughts and actions, because when you are calm in a clear-minded space and you're down in your heart and you can listen to your heart and make the choice from there, your path will be clear, and nobody can fake that heart-centered choice. And so when you make anything from a heart-centered choice, you'll be successful no matter what, because that's you pulling source through you. And so that's divine from the source. As I do that, my hands are now on fire, and I'm feeling healing going forward. I'm seeing it's burning all the blocks on the path, and that's just you going within your body and clearing your energy. But when you clear your energy, it's going to kick up a notch from that page to queen to king. And so the king is what I like about the King of Stones. I guess the Emperor would really be that, but it's like you work your way up from wands to cups to swords to pentacles, right? And so this is almost to like Emperor boss mode, where you encompass all of them. But this one, the main one that it's kind of coming through, is that you took so much time for, you didn't just rush out there and someone gave you like this get rich quick scheme. I just feel like you've really gone within and done the fine tuning, that you've done the hard work and the persistence, and you've gotten up every time that you've been knocked down. And so now you're like the strongest and most stable you've ever been. And so you're gonna grow really, really fast. And in these moments, if it's too extreme and buzzy, it's saying sometimes too much is too much. So just go within and release and listen to what's going on in your body. Get lots of sleep, eat well, drink lots of water, because you're gonna go in this huge exponential growing phase. And I don't think you'll stay here for long. Your heart's gonna expand. You're going to be super clear, and the path, you're going to have to make choices that are exciting / scary, but I see you being more excited because, you know, you've already done the scary choices by listening to people outside of yourself, that it has always never worked in your favor. And so the only reason why there'd be a tinge of fear now is because there'll be that person that's like, they're all gonna laugh at you, you're not good enough. But Spirit's got your back. You know that you're super special. You know you've got this infinite abundance. The only main thing in this moment, keep your mind clear. Don't let their negative thoughts influence you to think less than, because there's an infinite abundance of everything, and you're this powerful energy worker slash teacher, and your psychic gifts are going to pop off. And so sometimes when you have this psychic awakening, even if you've had a psychic awakening, sometimes, you know, your gifts upgrade even more. And it's like, those are scary sometimes, but I feel like this is just an imbalance of energy. And so the more and more you can keep calm, keep grounded, and clear, the more stable this process will be. Because I do feel like someone's trying to keep you suppressed, and by doing that, you're gonna skyrocket way farther than you wanted. And I see that. Okay, I see two things. I see you looking at this new opportunity, and that's gonna help you grow. But this one really was only gonna bring you to the queen level. I feel like that's where you were comfortable with, but because of all the naysayers and the outside things and blah, 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 it's going to make you go even farther than you were comfortable with. So it's like getting outside your comfort zone, and Spirit wouldn't allow that if you weren't ready for it. So don't doubt yourself. You are this wise spiritual teacher. I feel like that's important, because something to do with third eye, but whatever field you're in, whatever this passionate adventure is, it's going to go farther than you're comfortable. But Spirit says that you belong there. You're like among stars. Like, there's adjustments need to be made, because you're not just queen energy, you're in the king now, and very soon to be on to the emperor. So I feel like that's good. We'll wrap it up there. And so have a good day. We'll see you next time. Bye, guys.